my name is Logan Reamer and I will be presenting on the Arduino farm. The problem is that Colorado has a very short growing season, and specifically that seed starting is a very labor-intensive process. So these seeds must be both ready to go and efficiently managed in the off-season to produce and take advantage of that short window that Colorado farmers have. The solution is an indoor hydroponic autonomous greenhouse. This keeps costs low by managing climate easier by having it indoor. Hydroponically allows water to be the focus in both recyclability and use for nutrients to the plants. And it's autonomous so that very little labor has to be done by the growers themselves. Our initial target customer was a commercial farmer, starting because of the extensive seed starting process and that it could be a revenue stream in the off season. But then we also expanded to academia and nurseries. Tech and agriculture are both specialized fields which make it hard to teach them in conjunction, and nurseries have a similar problem to farmers where it's just very labor intensive to see these plants go from start to finish. We addressed and found our market size from just the total available spending money of farmers than Colorado basically, and then we cut this down by saying how many of them would be willing to spend a significant portion of their budget on our greenhouse and how many want help with greenhouses or growing just in general. And lastly, our serviceable obtainable market is found by our estimated 30 units sold in the first year of production. Our current plan is to manufacture or bulk purchase most of our items to assemble them in-house, producing the Arduino farm. Then we take this forward to the farms and nurseries that we have discovered through our customer discovery and develop the first couple products with them. Once our customer discoveries leads have gotten their first models, they can then recommend us to some of their colleagues and friends in their personal networks to expand this, creating a feedback loop. And that's what that is describing. In terms of positioning, as you can see, some of the circles are larger than others. This is to indicate that they are able to produce more than us. However, we succeed all our competitors in one or more ways, specifically shooting for an inexpensive setup that is able to work commercially. This, once again, you can see in this slide. Places like Environ and Grow Pura are custom built rooms or even smaller options where they sell very, very expensive custom built areas, which is not suitable for the commercial farmer that we are targeting. And then secondly, there's places like the City Crop, which make these small refrigerator, mini fridge sized things that do not have the space necessary to provide for commercial farmers. So our customer interviews, I was able to meet with all our old customers as well as expand in some of our new areas. However, one place that I wanted to expand was to department stores such as Home Depot and Lowe's, and I was unable to. However, the big thing I want to focus on this slide is the cost impression, as that is what is most important at this stage of the prototype. For academia, it was too expensive as a product generally. Maybe one could be sold to something like CSU Spur, but after that it would be very hard to find consistent customers. Secondly, nurseries thought it would be very useful, but however thought it would take a longer time to see a return on investment. And lastly, commercial farmers who we developed this product around originally thought it would be great at a seed starting process. We asked them all as well if they would like to save money for a setup guide, and both nurseries and commercial farmers indicated that they would. In terms of our profit, we get all our current profit from software at around a 16% profit out of per revenue. Our current go-to-market plan is to continue our long-term testing, establish our pre-orders, and then tune that to the needs of our customers. This sends us into first production where we can send everything out. We can then use those funds to upgrade and expand, and lastly continue our customer discovery to hopefully sell another 20 more before the end of the year. Our lean canvas specifically, just continuing to focus on our unique value proposition and unfair advantage. That standardization is important on our end to make it efficient and cost effective, and customizability on the customer's end to maximize it to their needs. Our current next steps are just showing the prototypes to the customers, integrate customizability controls, which is something that was indicated that we needed in customer discovery, develop the setup instructions for our customers, consolidate all our Arduino boards and make our wiring a little bit easier for the customer to assemble in-house, develop connections for easier cleaning, and sell the first Arduino farm. Thank you.